So, this is news that came out a little earlier. I just forgot to talk about it. And yeah, we're going to talk about My Adventures with Superman Season 3 news. Oh my god, I really loved it. I know I didn't talk about Season 2 all that much, other than I absolutely enjoyed it. It felt like a very tight, compact story. It really did feel like the series also, like, if it didn't get another season, like, it really did feel like they even thought, no, I don't know if we're getting a season 3, but by God, we're going to have, like, a definitive ending for this cartoon, if so. But leave it open-ended enough where we can do more. So, I thought that was pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool that we're getting season 3, and I think they've talked about, like, season 4 giving them that. I know Has Been Hotel got season 3 and 4 announced, so I do find, I do think that that the show has been nothing but peak ever since it started. So the show the creators of the show talked about what they plan to do with season 3, and it sounds like we're going somewhere that might be, that might break some people's hearts. But let's talk about some things. Now, from what I understand from the showcase, that we didn't see any DC, other DC Universe characters show up. We don't know if, like, Batman or whatever is going to appear. I don't think they talked about that at all. I don't think that was in the discussion. I do think, however, that we probably will get more stuff with the DC Universe. We'll probably branch out more with the DC Universe later in the season. I do think that's the case, or even, talk about more about characters. I do keep saying that if they're going to introduce another DC Universe character, it's probably going to be another DC Universe superhero, it's going to be Batman, because you just have to have the world's finest. But in terms of Superman-centric stuff, we got some news, and again, I think we're headed down a road that's going to break everyone's heart. And they're doing it. Well, the weird thing is they're doing it in reverse. Like, they're pulling like an Uno reverse in how this story goes. My thought process is they're building up to Superman's most seminal story, but they're doing it backwards. Because who they introduced is, we are getting Superboy. Yep, Superboy is coming to the universe. He is coming to My Adventures with Superman. They did say that it is going to be Connor Kent. It is going to be the Superman clone. It's not Jonathan. Obviously it can't be Jonathan, even though he does look a bit like Lois, doesn't he? So maybe it's time travel or something else. But I did read it is Connor Kent. So, also, is it just me, or does Connor look a bit like Lance from Voltron Legendary Defenders? I can't be the only one who looked at that that image of Superboy and went, is that Lance? Yeah. So Superboy was kind of the big deal, and I love that they've got, like, his classic 90s costume, like an updated version of it. I like it. We also find out that Luthor is going to be bald. So yes, we are getting bald Luthor. And we did see a number of rogues galleries. The rogues gallery is getting bigger, and among them is Cyborg Superman. So yes, we did get in season 2 the appearance of Hank Henshaw. So it is, it was like, when the moment they said Hank Henshaw, I was like, so Cyborg Superman's coming in season 3, and I was absolutely right. We are getting Cyborg Superman, and we also got John Henry Irons the second season, so I'm 90% certain we're getting Steel as well. So, and also, this gives me cause to believe that Eradicator is also going to make his appearance as well. So, Superboy, Cyborg Superman, Steel, and Eradicator, possibly. It's almost like we're building to something monumental. We have all the characters from the Return of Superman, but in order for Superman to return, he must die. I think what I think is going to happen in season 3 is we're gonna do Death of Superman. We're gonna do Doomsday. I do think Luthor is going to create Doomsday. I also think he is going to create, like, I think that's the idea, is that he's going to create Bizarro first for this season, and Superman and Bizarro are going to fight, and then Bizarro either dies or switches sides or becomes something else. But I do think the end game is if Luthor along with or Waller are going to create Doomsday, and Superman is going to die. Leading to, like, most of season 4, like, having the other Superman characters in his place. So that's what I think is going to happen. But yeah, it does seem like we're building to the death of Superman, the seminal, you know, the one Superman story everyone knows, which kind of sucks because there's really good Superman stories outside of the death of Superman. But yeah, it does feel like we're just doing the death of Superman, but we're introducing the other characters first, so it's like we're setting up the players for what is sure to be, you know, Doomsday's appearance. Now, whether Doomsday is created by Luthor, which I think will be the case, or created by Waller, or both of them together, it could also be, you know, a monster from Krypton's past, like a war weapon. Yeah. It's really cool to see that, you know, this show has taken off like a rocket. I was so worried for My Adventures with Superman. I was legitimately afraid for, you know, the future of My Adventures with Superman, because I was afraid people would be like, oh, why is he killing people like, you know, Homelander or Omni-Man? Why can't he be like them? No, it's nice to have a character who is, I don't know, fucking empathetic and is actually Superman. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like my Superman being a good person, you know, no matter what the Snyder Bros say. So this genuinely makes me happy. It does make me think, again, I could be totally wrong, but it does feel like the moment that if they introduce Eradicator in season 3, I'm going to be like, yeah, they're doing Death of Superman. They're going to, like, that's going to be the end game for the season 3, is the death of Superman, and they're going to do Return of Superman for season 4. Like, that's what I think they're doing, is, like, they're setting up those pieces together. And maybe it could even be that Return of Superman in here is, like, now we have to contend with either Darkseid or Mongol or Zod invading Earth. That could be for season 4, is that, you know, all these Supermen are trying to compete to take on his role in season 4. Again, this is all hypotheticals. And then we have, like, either, like I said, Darkseid, Zod, or Mongol invading Earth, and that leads to the resurrection of Superman. But yeah, I'm very excited for this cartoon. Like I said, I know I didn't talk a lot about the season 2 of the show, and I'm sorry for that, but it was just like, it was a good show. It was a damn good show. I really liked this incarnation of Brainiac. It was just really great. But still, love this show. Absolutely excited for, you know, seeing Cyborg Superman, one of my favorite Superman villains here. And yeah, I can't wait to see what else happens. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this news for My Adventures with Superman Season 3? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? But do you think they'll do the death of Superman, or do you think they're going to go somewhere else with it? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.